Where's Georgia? Peekaboo. Hi, Georgia. Hi, honey. Hi, chicken. It's story time with Grandma. Best part of the day. Woo! Arms up. Hi. How is everyone at your house today? Good? Grandma picked out a fun book. It's called This Is Not a Dog. What do you think this is? Maybe a cat. Meow. All right, glasses on. Let's read a book to Georgia and Chicken and Honey. This is not a dog. Well, Ollie had never met a dog, but he'd heard they were very terrifying. Dogs have many mean eyes and giant teeth. Dogs have loud bark that will make you climb the tallest tree and you'll forget where you are and you'll be stuck forever. So Ollie stayed far, far away from dogs. One day, Ollie set off on a walk. Then he met an animal with black and white fur and very nice eyes. That can't be a dog. That's a cow. Is that a cow? The cow's name was Mildred. It said so on her collar. Ollie and Mildred had a grand time bird watching. Ducks. Look at the birds. Mildred knew more about the birds than Ollie had ever met. When the birds flew away, Ollie invited Mildred to walk with him. Along the way, they passed some large bagels someone left by the side of the road. Are these bagels? No. When they saw an animal with a round snout and a wide smile, it was a hippo. The hippo's name was Finchley. It said so on his collar. Does that look like a hippo? Ollie and Mildred and Finchley had a grand time playing in puddles. Finchley made the biggest splash Ollie had ever seen. When they were tired of splashing, Ollie, Mildred, and Finchley asked Finchley to walk with him. They're all walking together. They're all wet. They passed a gigantic marshmallow. It looks like a marshmallow. Someone is being very careless with their groceries today, thought Ollie. Marshmallows and bagels. Then they saw an animal with curly fur and a happy spring. That's not a dog, that's a sheep. Oh. The sheep's name was Theo. It said so on his collar. Ollie, Mildred, Finchley, and Theo had a grand time chasing sunbeams. Theo could leap higher than Ollie ever thought possible. Ollie was glad to have friends with him, and the sun slipped lower in the sky. He invited them to dinner. He was happy they didn't see any dogs along the way. Not one. Then they saw an animal that was so fluffy, he must be getting ready for winter. It was a bear. Her bear's name was Daisy. Ollie had heard bears were scary, scarier than dogs. Maybe Ollie should stay away, but the other dogs were already having fun with Daisy, and Daisy didn't seem scary at all. So Ollie joined his friends, and they all had a grand time riding on Daisy's back. Everyone was hungry, so by the time they got to Ollie's, they all had a picnic dinner. Ollie's heart was full. He had so many friends, and he stayed far, far away from any dogs. Ollie, that's silly. I never knew cats were so much fun. They knew he was a cat, but Ollie didn't know they were dogs because they were fun. Fun like chicken and honey. They're fun to play with, aren't they? Well, I love you and I miss you very much. And here's a great big hug from me to you. Mwah. See you soon.